In this video, I'm going to be attempting to be the first achiever of the new Mortal Kombat 1's Platinum Trophy. It goes without saying that 2023 has been one of the best years of gaming in a long time. Every month has been filled with multiple highly anticipated releases, and the fighting game genre has been no exception to this. All of the major fighting games were set to release within the year, but to keep my girlfriend from performing a fatality on me in real life, I knew I could only get one of them. I decided that I would go for the nostalgia pick and get Mortal Kombat, as it was the only one I played growing up. With that being said, let me take you through my journey of trying to be the first achiever of Mortal Kombat 1. The steps for this platinum can be broken up into 5 sections: story, towers, invasions, online, and character mastery. Before doing any of that though, we gotta get familiar with the game's mechanics. So we go straight to the tutorial and practice some combos for these 2 trophies. Now it's time to move on to the story, and since the game is brand new, I won't be showing any of the story to avoid spoiling anything. But after completing everything and watching the credits, and yes, you actually have to watch the entirety of the credits, you get these 4 trophies. After that, it's straight to the towers grind, and for anyone that is also platinumed MK11, this is a grind we're all too familiar with. Thankfully, we don't need to complete an insane 250 of them this time. You just need to complete a tower with 10 different characters to see each of their unique endings. Now it's time for where the majority of the trophies are going to come from: invasions. Invasions is new to MK1 and is a mode set up like a board game where every space you advance is a new challenge. Most of the encounters will be you fighting against an AI opponent, which are all pretty easy but get progressively more difficult towards higher level fights due to the enemies constantly having super armor attacks. The other encounters you come across are test your might, survival, and some more towers. You get a lot of trophies from just using all the different features in this game mode, such as using talisman and relics. You also earn 3 different types of currency during this mode: crowns, coins, and seasonal currency. Crowns are used for buying stuff from collector and upgrading stuff at the forge. Coins are used at the Dragon Shrine, where you get random prizes. And seasonal currency is used to buy skins for your character based off of the season's theme. The rest of the trophies will just pop naturally while progressing towards the invasions boss in the final area, so to keep half of the video from just being, we'll focus on the main ones for now. To be as efficient as possible, I switched up my character in Kameo to get all the trophies that require different fatalities and brutalities. The Kameo fatalities do stack with the trophy Deadly Assassin, so you only need to perform 10 more different fatalities with your main fighters. The main reason to switch characters in this mode though is to unlock different brutalities needed for the trophy Carnage. I did unlock this trophy while doing the default brutality finisher on a different character, so you could possibly just switch your character 10 times and finish each fight with an uppercut to unlock the trophy, but I'm not completely sure of this. A lot of these trophies did seem to have a delay from when they were actually unlocked, so I could have just miscounted and it was a coincidence. After reaching level 20 and defeating the final invasion boss for this season, there was only 1 trophy left to do in this stage, which was getting a score of 5 million in a gateway tower. Up until this point, I was breezing through what seemed like one of my easiest platinums yet, which, to be fair, it still would have been if I knew what I do now. I was playing this game on day 1, and there were no guides or explanations of what exactly the description of this trophy meant. And at the time that I started working on it, there were 0 people to obtain this trophy. I tried completing each of the different tower types available in the gateway. The highest score I could manage was only 3 million after what felt like a near flawless run. None of the regular towers had enough floors available for me to get the points needed for the trophy, so with all other options exerted, I decided to try and complete the seasonal tower. I'm actually pretty ass at fighting games though, so after a couple hours of not even making it past the 3rd floor, I didn't think this would be possible for me to finish. I decided to call it there for day 1 and go to bed hoping that I could find another solution on day 2. When I woke up that next day though, I checked PSN profiles and saw that someone had actually got this trophy. That gave me the boost I needed, as I now knew it was possible and didn't want to fall behind in the race for first achiever. I thought of all the different mechanics in the game, thought of any way that I could give myself an advantage in this seasonal tower. It was then that I realized the reason I was struggling in this fight was because of Sub-Zero using ice attacks and Reptile taking 100% more damage from that status effect. On my next attempt, I switched to Reiko and immediately made it past that floor. I would run into a similar issue later though, as Reiko is weak to lightning and I had a face against Raiden. Since switching my character didn't seem to be enough, I switched to a more defensive Kameo and equipped a single use item that essentially gave me an extra life. I made it back to Raiden easily again, and after dying on the first attempt, I actually managed to beat him and move on to the next floor.
No way. No way. Oh, that was so close.
I breezed through the rest of the tower and thought I was finally about to get this trophy. The final floor was a test your might encounter, and throughout the whole game they were all really easy and I completed them all in the first try. So I figured this would be no problem. And worst case I do fail, I have the item that gives me an extra attempt, right? Oh shit, that's a small area. Get one more try. No? I don't get another try on that. Oh man. So yeah, I only had one chance and I blew it. Was defeated not only in game but also in real life, as that attempt took me over an hour. As demoralizing as that was though, I couldn't give up because other people started to unlock this trophy, and I had already come this far. On my very next attempt, I used a single use item that made me take 0 damage from any projectiles and actually made it back to the final floor of this tower twice as fast as I did last time, where this happened. Alright, this first one's gonna be a practice. No.
Let's go.
Excellent.
Oh, please say that's it. What's my score? I don't care, dude. Dude, that wasn't it? No way, bro. You're joking. That's not it. That's actually such a joke. At first I thought maybe the trophy was just delayed, but then I realized that I didn't even get a score after completing it, so I knew it wasn't what the trophy was looking for. My reaction to this was actually pretty calm looking back, but I was still going to work while grinding this trophy list, so I guess I just didn't have the energy to be mad, especially not when I still needed to figure out how to get this trophy. I decided to check the other towers one last time when suddenly it appeared. A 7-floor tower. After looking at my previous scores and doing some math, I figured out that I needed to finish every round with the brutality to get the 5 million points. But with the fire projectiles constantly coming from every direction, this didn't seem very possible without either an insane amount of luck or an insane amount of skill, which I did not have. After doing some more math and checking every shop across all the different areas in the game mode, I decided to go with plan B. Finish every round with a flawless victory and a fatality. Now once again, I'll admit that I am straight buns at this game, so getting a flawless against high level AI while having fire projectiles spammed at me was not possible by normal means. Since the single use items carried me through the seasonal tower, I thought maybe they could prove to be useful here as well. So that's when I discovered 2 things that would make getting 5 million points a guarantee. The first was that you can reset sold out items in the shop by buying them, quitting to the main menu, and then loading back into invasions. Doing this allowed me to keep buying boosters to get over 100% immunity to a status effect, making me immune to fire damage. The second was that there was an item that makes you automatically perfect block every enemy attack for an encounter. Usually when you block you'll take chip damage, but when you perfect block you take absolutely 0. These 2 strategies combined would guarantee that I get the bonus points for a flawless victory every round. So all I had to do was finish the round with a fatality and finally this trophy would be mine. That wasn't me. No. Dude.
Reiko wins.
Alright, not expect that to happen to me on the final round. So on my next attempt, I'll let the fire finish off the AI for every round. Alright, not a fire. I'm not risking it. You're too low. Leave me alone. Back. Stay back. I'm warning you.
Finish her.
Let's go. Oh my god. Finally. That shit on my face. Oh, let's go. Time to go play multiplayer. Let's go. Yay. So happy. So happy to get my shit kicked in. That's right. Now we're in the final stretch. Only 5 trophies between me and the platinum. I purposely left the online trophies for the end, hoping I would get better by this point, but fighting super armored AI for hours on end frankly did nothing for me in the skill department. While I do plan on actually getting good at this game in the future, I didn't have time to spend hours on end labbing combos for this challenge.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Finish him.
How does it hit me out of that, bro? It's so fucking stupid. Alright, let's see your stupid ass finisher again.
Finish him.
I put the controller down at this point. Finally, I got around. I'm so happy.
Finish him.
Oh, let's go. Oh. Oh, there we go. After finishing up the 5 Combat League sets, all I needed to do was win 1 King of the Hill match. Dude, I literally pressed down.
Finish him. Finish him.
I'm going home.
Finish him.
You're gonna pay $110 to get 5-day early access to a game, but you won't pay 10, not even that 5, to get a fucking Ethernet cable. But yeah, I tried 5 times and never even got close to winning. So I just invited someone from a lobby that looked like they cared about trophies, and we boosted this one. Maybe after I get my respect. There we go. Up until this point, MK1 is a platinum that could easily be achieved with less than 20 hours playtime if you use a guide. That is until this singular trophy. There's a trophy for mastering just one Kameo character as well. If you just stick with the same Kameo for your whole time playing, you can pretty much finish that one. To get the remaining 4 masteries, you have to spend countless hours grinding levels. The method I used took exactly 3 hours per Kameo. So for 12 hours, I would repeat these same 5 steps until I finished all 5. So what I did was go to this encounter here at the very beginning of the first mesa, and using either Baraka or Reptile, you just uppercut, go through a loading screen, and repeat. The reason for Baraka or Reptile is because you get extra uppercut damage and you need to get a Brutality and Flawless Win to get bonus XP for your Kameo to level up. There's guides out now that show a faster way to do this, but this way didn't really require me to actively play, so I just grinded out levels while watching stuff on my other monitor. And finally, after a long delay that honestly scared me, the trophy popped. There we go. Oh my god, I was stressing out. Oh, finally, dude. Now you're probably wondering why the video is coming to an end with only 49 out of 51 trophies, and that's because this platinum is currently unobtainable due to 1 trophy. I know that Titan battles are supposed to be in the invasions mode because of where it shows up in the stats menu, but even after completing every single encounter, including the ones locked behind the nether stone, I never came across a Titan boss. I later saw a post from an MK1 data miner that stated that it was a mode that had not yet been released, and I thought maybe since I was playing the game in early access, they would update the game on full release with the Titan boss fights being in the game, but sadly that is not the case. Even though there technically isn't a first achiever of the game at this time, after finishing every other trophy, I was in 3rd place on the PSN Profiles leaderboard. Not first like I wanted, but considering the guy in first got an early review copy of the game, and I was still working while doing this, I'll take it. And besides for the Kameo mastery grind, this was an easy and very enjoyable platinum. It was actually pretty fun trying to figure everything out for myself instead of just looking up a guide whenever I'd get stuck on something. For anyone who's made it this far into the video, I just want to say thank you. I'm still pretty new to this whole YouTube and editing thing, so I know there's a lot of things I can improve on, but I'd appreciate any feedback in the comments. I have a whole list of games I plan to platinum and maybe even make a video on, including some very challenging ones, but if you have anything that you want to see, just let me know down below.